separated her and her two-man bobsleigh partner, Kaylee Humphries, from gold.
She also made history. She also made history as the first Black woman to compete for Canada in both the Summer and Winter Games. Please welcome three-time Olympian Phylicia George.
Okay, Phylicia, first things first, let's just take a moment to recognize this thing of beauty right here. This bronze medal. This is just amazing, and your story is so incredible because you ran hurdles in London, you did the same in Rio, but then switched to bobsled and won a bronze.
Yeah.
This is amazing. You trained only for 6 months. Let's just appreciate that and tell us how you did this.
Yeah, it was a lot of hard work, but coming from track, I had a lot of transferable skills. I'm fast, I'm powerful, I'm explosive. But it took some work, and the bobsled is 165 kilos, so it's huge, it's heavy. I had to really work on getting a lot stronger. I hit the weight room, lifting way heavier. I had massive PBs in my cleans, in my squats, so had to get way stronger, and it's just a lot of work, and
PBs in your cleats?
Personal best. Personal best. Sorry. Athlete slang. Sorry. Yeah. So personal best. So when I went in, I was lifting about 80 kilos, and then I finished off at 95 kilos.
Wow. That's upper body.
Yeah. Full body.
Full body.
Yeah.
Wow.
Way more powerful. Way more explosive.
Wow.
And let me get this straight. This all started because of a message on Twitter?
Yeah. Right after the Rio Olympics, Kaylee Humphries, gold medalist in bobsleigh, messaged me and was like, I'm looking for a new partner. I think you'd be great. Her and her coach were scouting me for a little while, which is awesome. Gave me a lot of confidence heading into the games. But yeah, she was like, would you try bobsleigh? And I was like, never did I think I would, but I'm like, I want to do something new. I want to challenge myself in a new way. Let's do it.
Okay, but it took you only 6 months. Can we just go back to the 6 months part from you starting and saying, I'm going to do this new sport, to winning a bronze medal with 6 months?
Right.
Just please tell me you sucked a little bit. Just share with us that you weren't great at it for a little while before you won.
Right. Literally the first 3 months, I would say, was pretty bad. I look back on the videos of my pushing, and I'm like, who is that girl? I don't even know. It was so bad. It took time. It definitely took time. And track and pushing, it's a little bit different. So kind of learning how to make it work for me, how to work for my body type. So the first few months were hard. I was a spare, so I wasn't actually able to compete, which was really hard for me because as an individual track athlete, I always get to line up, and I didn't get that chance, but it almost gave me more incentive to want to work harder and to earn that spot in the sled.
What was the reaction from your friends or family or other athletes? Were they okay, wait a minute, what are you doing? Settle down.
Yeah. I think even going into the game, some people were kind of like, doesn't Phylicia do track? Why is she? People were so freaking out, but my dad was scared. He obviously bobsled is a sport that has a little bit more risk involved. So he wasn't necessarily sure if that's something he wanted me to do, but very supportive. I always like to do new things, to challenge myself in new ways. And so I think people weren't totally surprised by the fact that I'm like, I'm going to try bobsleigh. But, a lot of support, but I think there was some people that were on the fence about it. Yeah.
Well, it put you into a really elite area, right? Because there aren't a lot of athletes that go from summer to winter, sports like that, and transfer so successfully. You made history as well, though. There's a first attached to your name now because you were the first Black Canadian woman to do this. Tell me how that makes you feel, and is there a responsibility that's attached to that first?
Yeah, no, I think it's amazing. I'm really proud of my accomplishment, but also, the possibility to inspire other people, and not just to inspire people to do sport, but to inspire people to, step outside of their box, to do something that maybe they don't traditionally think that they would do, or, to have somebody, think of something and be like, I think I can do this. So, and I actually had a friend message me right after and said, her cousin messaged her and said she wanted to try bobsleigh now. And I was like, that's awesome. A young girl looking at me. So, I'm really proud of that.
A lot of athletes, prior to a major event, a lot of athletes will put themselves into a bubble. no distractions, including social media. You, however, have a YouTube channel and you share with your followers your training regimen, your meal plans. So did you go into the bubble before the games, or was it business as usual? You were still out there sharing?
Yeah, I think it's about time and place. I love sharing because I like giving people a behind the scenes and an understanding of everything and all the work that we put into being an athlete. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. So I like showing that. But there is a level of focus that is needed to compete at a game. So going into the games 2 weeks prior, I totally shut down my social media. I deleted Instagram off my phone, deleted Twitter off of my phone. And you don't want any of those distractions going in. The sole focus is on competing and competing well. So I think there's a time to share and to show everybody the behind the scenes, and then there's a time to be a little bit more selfish and say, I need to focus on myself and to do what I need to do.
Another thing that you have been really open about sharing is your love of makeup. You actually have done a tutorial online of a video, what you call your race day slay look, which I love. So, I mean, this is unusual. Lots of athletes just choose to not wear any makeup. So what does makeup mean for you?
Yeah, I think when I'm out there competing, it's about I'm making a performance for everybody that's watching, and I kind of like to think of, I have like an alter ego, kind of like my Beyonce and Sasha Fierce, like when I'm out on the track. So I like to look really good, and I actually have a saying, I say, look good, feel good, run fast. So I want to be out there and I want to look good. I want my uniform to be crisp, and like I said, it's like a performance. So I want to go out there and look great.
Meditation is also something that you say is a key part of your daily routine. And what's interesting is you say not just your daily routine, but your training regimen as an athlete. Why is it so important?
I think as athletes, a lot of people think about the physical for us, but the mental aspect is so huge. And I think especially at this level, everybody's talented. But you need to have that little extra to take you to the next part. And for me, meditation is about being present. And when I'm standing at the line, I want to be able to be present, not worrying about what's going to happen in the future, not worrying about the other girls that I'm lining up with. And meditation is almost like practicing that, multiple times. And meditation just helps me to be centered and focused. So, yeah.
As a track athlete, it's just you, right? Yep. You're at the start line and you're training on your own. But now you're an athlete that's part of a team. There's 2 people in the sled. So what's that transition like? Because you go from focusing on yourself to now also worrying about training and mental preparation, but with chemistry with somebody else. That's so important, yes?
Right, yeah.
So what did you and Kaylee do to make sure you had that bond, that telepathy that makes teams so successful?
Yeah, I think I was really fortunate. I think me and Kaylee, from day one, we had amazing chemistry. And I think we're almost united in the way we approach sport, united in the way that we're high-performance athletes and we have a common goal, and that's what we're going after. We were training partners, so we were also doing like weight workouts together. And then, if I didn't want to do it, she would, come on, girl, let's go. Let's let's get it up. And, we were supporting each other through the whole process. So I think it was amazing. And then, similar interests. We had, road trips where we're listening to the same music. She loves makeup too, so we're playing in makeup. So just like a really good bond.
Listen, you've attended both the summer and winter games. You've won a medal. You've made history. What's next?
I'm heading back to track and field in a few days. I'm so excited. The ultimate goal is going to the 2020 Olympics. I want to compete in Tokyo. I want to add to the collection. I'm going to be, running the 100 meters this year. So I'm just excited to get back on the track and, be at a summer games the next time around.
Well, Phylicia, thank you for coming here today. Congratulations. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Up next, take the stress out